Thank you very much. The next on my list is Turkish Institute for Democracy and Human Rights. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Ahmad Shahidov. I represent Turkish Institute for Democracy and Human Rights. The independent functioning of the courts is one of the main factors in the establishment of a democratic society in Turkey today. And Turkey has come a long way in this field. However, there are certain difficulties that external influences of the free decision-making of courts in Turkey are observed. These interventions lead to misunderstandings in Turkish society. I especially want to draw your attention to foreign interventions. The problem is that Turkey is fighting terrorism today, and forces that threaten Turkey's national security and sovereignty are active both at home and abroad. And the Turkish army is conducting anti-terrorist operations against those forces. Terrorists are arrested and brought before the court. There are serious interferences in the court proceedings conducted on those persons, and I want to bring your attention specific facts. In order to politicize the decisions of the Turkish courts and prevent a fair decision, there are attempts to paint a number of terrorists as a journalist or political activist. The embassies of a number of Western countries in Turkey are closely involved in this process. Terrorists or people who support terrorism arrested by a court order in Turkey are presented as a political prisoners in European countries, and biased campaigns against the Turkish state are conducted. For example, I would like to bring to your attention the trial of Osman Kavala. Osman Kavala and others were arrested by the decision of the Turkish court for participating in the July 15 military coup attempt and supporting terrorism in Turkey. However, the ambassadors of the US and other European countries seriously interfered in his trial process, and this interference continues today. In 2016, there was a military coup attempt in Turkey. More than 200 people were killed. They wanted to break the will of the Turkish nation, and it was a failed attempt. This was carried out by the terrorist organization FETO, and there are countries that support FETO today. Fethullah Gülen, the ideological leader of the FETO terrorist organization, has been living in Pennsylvania in the United States for years, and the Turkish court has an order against Fethullah Gülen, and it is important to bring him to Turkey first in order to be brought before the court in Turkey. However, the US does not respect the decision of the Turkish courts in this matter. US special services are closely guarding Fethullah Gülen, and despite the repeated calls from the Turkish state, Fethullah Gülen has not yet been extradited to Turkey. I am referring to Sweden as well. A few weeks ago, the portrait of Abdullah Öcalan, the leader of the PKK terrorist organization, was hung from the Stockholm municipality building. With this, the Swedish state expressed its open support to a terrorist organization against the Turkish state. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you. The next of my